Maybe we can just get started. I think it's always helpful for people to just hear a little bit about you. Kind of tell us a little bit of how you kind of arrive where you are and your interest and focus on these issues as well.
Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to do that, and Jeremy, to join this podcast. I know there's been an illustrious list of prior speakers and a big audience that you've got. So first of all, thank you very much for having me and giving me this platform today. When people ask me how did I first become interested in things like the future of money, in fintech generally, in stable coins and payments and crypto in specific, for me, it all comes back to a period of time when I worked at Fannie Mae, which is a giant and really, really important company that moves very slowly. Very important, moves very slowly. And there was a famous story where the CEO of Fannie Mae and I went out to San Francisco for our very first fintech meeting. This was like in early 2016, I want to say. Maybe it was late 15, but it was in that time frame. And so we went out there to meet this particular fintech company, and it was supposed to be a day trip. But while we were flying out there, the storm of the century came into Washington, D.C., and it closed down the airport for 5 days. So we were stuck in the Bay Area for 5 days with no clothes, no place to stay, and nothing to do. And so we thought, well, since we're here, the right thing to do would be for us to go ahead and network among the fintech crowd to find out what people are doing. And that's when we found out the many ways in which technology can radically improve speed, price, access to traditional financial products and services. For example, when we went out there, we were dealing with a mortgage cycle time that was basically 70 days from application to funding of the mortgage. A lot can happen in 70 days. That was a really terrible customer experience. People lost houses because it took so long to get a mortgage. Suddenly, we discovered that there were these apps being built that would allow you to essentially access all of a customer's financial data without having to ask them for any documents. And you could cut the 70 days to 10. So that's where it all started, was realizing that as important as finance is, we had really been rooted in a lot of practices that were somewhere between 30 and 100 years old, and tech can help. You know that you and I worked together at Coinbase. When I was at Coinbase, you were at Circle. We put together one of the most important stablecoin projects in the world. And that's just another version of the same thing.
Yeah.
Dollars are important. The US dollar is still, hanging on as the global reserve currency. But technology features, the use of a better set of transmission rails can make it faster and more attractive than its competitors. And so all of those things are wrapped up in the same thing. Traditional finance is important, it's slow. We can make it better, faster, cheaper. It's kind of like the $6 Million Man, all of those things.
That's awesome.